thanks for watching. Let's get these in the shot. This is growing out of the bed. Oh, that's a new hole. Perfectly good shims. I'm saving this for the next guy. Oh. What? Why would you put a cover on this? It's absolutely mint. Look at that. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Yeah, whatever. That's perfect seat patina. Also, I look terrible back there. I did get a new seal for that, so maybe we'll do that while we're waiting, because we are waiting. What we're waiting for is the gosh damn wheel. Tire came off the wheel. The issue with that is those tires are 16.5 in diameter. So what that means for us is that two things. The truck is stuck here in the center of the driveway, which is hilarious. Yeah, so the truck is stuck here. Even though it sounds like it runs the best it's ever ran, ever. And I have to buy new wheels and tires because I'm sick of trying to find tires for these wheels. The wheels are very, very cool, like extremely cool. I love these wheels. But if I can't find tires, they're going to be art. I don't know what else to do with them. I'm just going to save them until I can find tires. Maybe a company will make them, or maybe there's somebody out there that I don't know about that, you know, would be willing to give me information on a set of tires for these wheels. Anyways, Because they're 33 1250 R16.5s. And that tire can't be put on there. One, because it's way too cool. And also because it's a Sears Adventurer tubeless bias ply that will not hold air at all, I'm willing to bet. So that's an issue. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time probably cleaning this truck up so the bed doesn't rot. Alright, I have to figure out wheels and tires for this thing, and we'll probably dink around with this thing because that truck, my daily, is having transmission issues. I'm going to take these out. These look dweeby, I think. My work truck is having transmission issues. So while I try and figure that out, I still need a truck because I am a general contractor. And what is a GC without his truck? Still a human being, but not a good working one. Or whatever. Anyways. Alright. 8 on 6.5. I gotta find wheels and tires. I'm gonna get them shipped here as soon as I possibly can. And then the next part of this video will be driving the truck around and seeing what's up. And a slew of minor fixes to make it a more functional, daily drivable vehicle. So, tag along with me, won't you? Because doesn't this truck deserve it? I will never put another seat in this truck. If I put a new seat in this truck, I'm going to get a cover to match this one. Because this is so cool. The only nice thing about that seat cover is that it had little pouches in the front. But I think that's stupid. It's a bench seat. You put everything right here. Look how fucking cool this is, man. It's mint. I need to put that in. Anyways. Truck runs great. That's what I was going to say. I didn't properly intro this video. So check this out. That truck is, you know, no está bien. So, I gotta work on the transmission of that truck, whether that means pulling it and taking it to a shop because I can't find a reliable place to purchase a transmission, or whatever that means, doesn't matter. So, if you remember, we put the quick fuel on the Cutlass so we could get the Cutlass to run, because I was worried that this carburetor that I put on this truck that was not originally designed for this truck. Obviously, 402, I built this engine myself. I wish I would have, you know, cleaned it up, put a cam in it, put some headers on it, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter because, you know, that's not what this truck is about right now. Long-term goals, one thing at a time. Okay, this is a Holley 4150, I believe, that was built, that I know for a fact was built by Gorilla Carburetors down the road, and I thought that that was potentially part of the reason why the Cutlass was not doing what it needed to do, why it was popping and doing all the goofy stuff, which is foolish of me. How arrogant of me to think that, because I put it on this truck, made sure the vacuum leaks that I missed were fixed, and the thing runs great. You already heard it, but the thing runs absolutely perfect. The adjustments, the idle mixture adjustments, super sensitive. I was doing a quarter turn on one side. It has a metering block on the front portion on the primaries, no metering block on the second. It's a single pump or single accelerator pump, vacuum secondaries. I have parts on the way to fix the secondaries because the case is cracked. I'll just show you guys. Okay, this is the one. Pretty basic. I think I dropped it or something because there's a chunk here and this is cracked. Okay, and close that. Look at that. That certainly looks bent, doesn't it? And it's mechanical choke, so I'm kind of like, oh, do I get an electric choke and convert it? But conversions for electric chokes are weirdly expensive. But it's neither here nor there, because now the truck runs absolutely mint, which pisses me off because I was going to drive it, but I did the thing with the wheel and the tire and damn it. Anyways, So this truck is gonna get me out of a pinch. I just gotta get some wheels and tires on the way. So while I pick that, you guys are gonna watch me try and pull the Cutlass out of the garage. Because I need to get my work truck into the garage. Won't you join me? I'm so excited to drive this truck. Okay, quick rundown. 1969 GMC. Technically, it's the GMC's version of the Camper Special. So it's the custom camper, 2500 V8. But this one came with a 350. It now has a 402 built by yours truly. That's why it sounds like it's knocking sometimes. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's why, but I will say that, you know, it'd be on brand for me. It has an 8.5 foot bed and it's rad. I drove this thing back home after buying it in Grisham. Bought it. I was like, well, it runs. Drove it back in one of the gnarliest storms I've ever driven in my entire life. And only drove it on the primaries because the primaries have a quadrajet because the secondaries wouldn't open. Years later, not really. A couple of weeks later, I rebuilt the quadrajet and I got the secondaries to open. And when they finally did open, I rod knocked the motor completely. And by rod knocked, I don't mean rod knocked. I mean I torched every single main bearing in the engine. The reason being, somebody who built this engine initially had the crank shot peened and then did not polish the journals. So, torched so many bearings because it had never seen that RPM before, and the mains looked like the surface of a golf ball if it was inverted. So yeah, that's how that goes. So tore the engine out, rebuilt it over the course of way too long. Just put a slightly better cam in it, just by modern specs, not a factory 402 cam. Just barely bumped it up as a baby cam. I don't remember the specs offhand, but I have another video on that. So it runs. It ran and drove. I've used it for a couple of jobs here and there actually, and I absolutely am madly in love with this truck. It came with that canopy right over there, and I might rebuild it someday and this might become a camping rig, even though it's a two-wheel drive. But long story short, it's been running funny. I've been trying to figure out if it's a timing issue or this or that or this or that, blah blah blah. I think it had a bunch of vacuum leaks. I think the timing goes off, and I think the carburetor that I had on it was not good. So put this new Gorilla carburetor on there, and thought I was going to get to drive it again because my work truck is broken. And here we are. So I have to pick wheels and tires. But in this video, we're going to make a series of improvements on the truck. We're going to fix the track on the driver's side window so that that actually works. We're going to remove the gun rack because I don't wear enough hats or own enough guns to necessitate that. And we already made one improvement. Look at that. Yeah, pretty cool. Took the seat cover off. Don't know why there's a bunch of holes on the top here. That is a huge bummer. But who knows? Maybe we'll install speakers in this thing, try and get a little sound system. Maybe we'll install this. We're just gonna kind of piece it one by one thing at a time until it's a fully functional daily drivable truck. And that way when you guys watch my videos, I won't be driving something lame. Not that I own anything lame, but you'll get to see it running around. Eventually, I'm thinking headers, blower. That's the plan. That is the plan. Depending on how wild of a hair I get, you guys might get to see that here sooner rather than later. But alas, this is where we're at right now. So, one thing at a time. I like slotted mags, but I don't have that kind of money. I don't want to put Steelies on it. But that's the kind of money I have, is Steely money. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, join me, won't you? You ever wondered how to get a wheel stud out of the back of one of these? Don't do what I do, and don't overthink it. Okay, I'm gonna try this. This is a lug nut with a washer for a mag style wheel. We're gonna see how this wants to go. We're hearing protection. We're hearing protection. Guys, I'm deaf. Oh my gosh. I have earplugs somewhere. I'm gonna go find them. I have them right here. Holy hell in a handbasket. Have a strong impact. Mine's very tired. Okay, it's a little upset. Okay, that only took a long time. Hell yeah. Okay. Jeez. I'm gonna lube this next one even if it's not safe. Wait, I mean... Alright, so, charge your batteries. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Also, I'll show you the wheels tomorrow, so stick around. Alright, you know what? Dealing with these wheel studs, I got about 2 7/8 on. So let's throw this back on. See what this wheel looks like. I did like the style of the old wheels a lot, but these are functional and my work truck broke. The wheel studs that I installed are a tiny bit shorter. Not short enough for me to stress out about, I'll tell you that much. There's so many damn studs on this thing, it's like I only need like half of these. Camera malfunction. See how these new ones look. God, these ones fit so well, but these new ones will work and the tires will work. Yeah, whatever. Damn it. Yeah, alright. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's old truck fitment. Might put a spacer on it at some point, but it's alright. We need functional, because we got to drop off parts to keep building the channel, and we need a truck for that. And also my actual business needs a truck too. So here we are. All right, I'm gonna put the rest of the wheels on and then maybe we'll fire up and take it for a jaunt. What do you say? Okay. Remember, function. Function. I hate it so much. I did research, I found the tire size I wanted, I did all the things. And they just look scrawny. This truck is built like me now. That fuel cell's about to fall out. You know, I'm a perfectionist to an extent. This sucks to me. You know what though? This is this phase. I gotta keep moving forward. It's just this phase, that's it. More importantly, we can drive it. We can drive it. Heater core showing up tomorrow, potentially today. And before you know it, I might just fire it up and try and drive it right now, but I don't have anybody to help me no, maybe I do. I might just take a shot. We'll see. Take a shot, see what happens. Take a shot at driving it, and if it that's what I mean. I don't even drink. Anyways, I will catch you guys for a drive here shortly. So, important thing to do when you have a really aggressive leak, top your fluids off. That's all. But in order to top your fluids off, you have to have fluids. Also, upon some pretty light research, while I was standing in line at my local auto parts store and complaining about how nobody builds transmissions for a reasonable price nowadays, but I get it, it's hard out here. I was researching the right fluid for the Turbo 400. Since it came in so many Ford applications, this is me apologizing to Mark too, because what I told him the other day when he said, I got a bunch of Type F if you want it. And I said, no, keep that for your Ford transmission, you f***ing... Not really. No, I was like, no, I don't have any reason for Type F. It would go in the 69 F250 that's over there. You can see the corner of it. But I told him to keep it, shove it pretty much, pack sand, get it out of my face. I don't need that garbage. Here I am buying multiple quarts of Type F because my ignorance on the Turbo 400 transmission, apparently actually liking Type F versus Dexron 3. Sorry guys, my brain turned off. I'll be back. Funnel, funnel, funnel. Not sure how much this is gonna take, but it was low enough to not go in reverse. I need to take a crash course on automatic transmissions, because what the fuck, am I right? I love this truck. I keep eyeballing like 454 roller motors to drop in this thing, but I think with a valve adjustment this thing will run absolutely perfect because I'm terrible at adjusting valves. That being said, more horsepower is always welcome. Focus on getting it running right first, and then I'll think about putting a different engine in it. That's definitely a automotive YouTuber trope, is just throwing stuff. I'm gonna put, because I know the capacity is pretty gnarly, and for me to be that low, I think I'm gonna start with 2 quarts. And then I'll show you what we're installing next. Because this carburetor runs great on this engine right now. The only downside is that it is a manual choke carb. But since these trucks are so easy to steal, I'll just, I'll install one, and any young people that try and steal it, not a challenge. Any young people that try and steal it, they'll get in and like start tapping away. If you're stealing something, you might, it doesn't matter. I want to put a goddamn choke in the truck, alright? I need it to be simple, I need it to be functional, and I need it to fire up when it gets really cold, because this winter's going to be super gnarly, even though this thing will not winter well. God, I sure do talk a lot. I'll get back to you. I'll show you the choke that I bought, and we'll get to bolting it up. Alright, we got parts. Seems minor, but we got parts. This carburetor looks like it was dropped, so we have to address that. And the issue that happened when it looks like it got dropped, I don't remember dropping it, but who knows. A lot of late nights in the garage where I get a little thrown. Not really, I'm not throwing stuff. But the secondary housing is cracked across the top. And I'm sure once I actually try and get into the secondaries on the road, that will cause some sort of an issue. So with that, I have purchased a secondary spring set. Boom. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. And the quick change kit. So what the quick change kit is, it allows you to, one, replace the broken cap that's on there. And when you do that, you get this on top, and then you're here. So screw these top screws in, right? And then put your spring on the bottom of this, set that down in there, screw that down, good to go. And then when you want to change the secondary spring, it's just those 2 screws. You pop this out, pop the old one off, pop the new one in, set it back down, put the 2 screws back in, and you're good to go. Rock and roll. And it's not split down the top, which I think is pretty important. I will say, it doesn't look like retro cool like I kind of was hoping, but that's alright. I'll get over it. Because it'll work. Also, I got a lot of springs, so carb tuning video at some point. Also, I got this choke cable bracket. Very shiny. It is for an Edelbrock, so we'll see if it actually works. But the piece that I'm honestly most excited about, which we have to make a bracket for, choke cable. This is cool to me because it's from United Pacific. So a lot of the parts that I purchased for the step van over there, which I will be working on soon, I'm so sorry. Look at that. Heavy duty, it's metal. Ah. It's just nice, it feels high quality, it doesn't feel janky. And I mean, I think that looks cool. I think a lot of people would recognize that font on this logo. Yeah, so United Pacific. I like their stuff. It's not super cheap, it's not super expensive, but it does seem like good shit. And really the aesthetic is dialed for my liking. Okay. First things first, let's take this air cleaner off. See if we can route this choke cable and get that hooked up. And actually we should do the secondary spring first because we have to take that whole assembly off to dismantle it, put it back together with the quick change spring in there. Break. I'm also thinking today is going to be the day that I'm going to take this valve cover off and I'm going to attempt to hot lash. I think this cylinder is the one with the problem. It has physically the most vibration when I touch the valve cover. And it's doing the click, clack, click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. And it makes sense that I over tighten this one because it would have been one of the first ones that I adjusted at the time. and then I probably went back through and readjusted all of them just a little bit tighter because I'm really anal about that stuff for some reason. Even if it doesn't make sense. Didn't say it made sense. Ooh, I wonder if I could flip this down, actually. Maybe not. I'll show you guys in a second, but the choke arm is up high. If I can flip it 180, it'll lower the mounting point for the choke cable so it won't be pressed up tight against the air filter. That's a pretty good action to it. I like it. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. It does come with directions, which I glanced at. Man, I can't wait for this truck to be rad. All right, I mean it is rad, but like more rad. Yeah, I'm gonna get a nut for that, see if I can change that. But screw, screw, screw. And it should just slide off, and then we can access the screws behind it that actually mount that guy, which the crack is right here. I'll show you guys here in a bit. Alright, whew. I should get a magnetic tray is what I should do. If I was smart. If I was smart. There's many things I claim to be. Smart or a good mechanic is... Smart and a good mechanic are not... God damn it. English is my third language. It's not. I lied. Okay. Alright. So that comes off all the way, whether you want it to or not, I guess. Those are different screws. Back pocket. Okay, so that spring's already pushing up. I hope you guys can actually see that. Alright. Boom. And I did get a new diaphragm. This one looks pretty good though. But would that be me cutting a corner? I don't know. Probably. That wouldn't be difficult though. Little C-clip right here. And if I take that off, I can slide that out. Yeah. Busted it as f***. Anyways. Okay. I'm gonna get stuff. I'm gonna get something to pull that C-clip. Absolutely dialed. There's not a chance in hell. Look at that. Just by the skin of my nips. Okay, I'm gonna lose this. And this will just slide off. Boom. And then we go swoop. Ready to rock. This is the cork gasket that I need to replace. That's cork. Back to the earth it goes. Rock and roll. Also, this is where the cork gasket was. Come on. This is where the cork gasket was. Okay. In my hand, the old spring. Okay. This spring kit is 4252013. That is the part number. They do have a tech line, but they also have, these are called directions. Never met her. Just kidding. So I'm going to look at what these different spring rates are. And the way these are supposed to work is when the engine hits a certain amount of vacuum at the carburetor, it will open the secondaries. So as the vacuum is going down, the secondaries open up. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Look at this. Secondary throttle opening range is 350, 402. That's exactly what I have. Rad. Okay. The colors in order from lightest to heaviest, meaning opening range. If there are no flat spots or stumbles, the lighter secondary spring should be installed. Try the accelerations again, and if there are still no flat spots, try a lighter spring yet. When a flat spot is felt, go back up to the next stiffer spring. Carburetor bogs out of the box. Note when it bogs. Note when it bogs. If it is an instantaneous off-idle bog, the accelerated pump may be the real problem. A secondary bog will usually occur in the 2,000 to 3,000 RPM range. If this is the case, install a heavier diaphragm spring. Okay. Use the air filter when you're doing tests. Heavy cars require stiffer secondary diaphragm springs than light cars. Stiffer. Stiffer. Okay. I'm going to put these in order. Okay. Yellow. I guess white would just be that one. Orange. White, orange, yellow. Purple. Oh, okay. White, orange, yellow, purple, plain, brown, black. Okay, super light, not light at all. Yeah, okay. We'll do purple. Boom. Okay. Truck heavy. Because truck heavy, we're going to go with the purple spring, which is a medium light relative load, is how they measure that. And for a 402, the RPM, the opening RPM at purple is 1680 to 6,000. So I think that'll work out well because the next iteration of this truck might not use this carburetor. And it might get a top end kit. I like the 402, but I've heard horror stories of them falling apart, so. Oh. Cool. So we'll do purple for now, and if it feels boggy, then we'll do yellow. Now, we compare our old to our new, and if we go out to that, boom. They are absolutely the same length. So, old, new. And we drop this in. Oh, okay. And this needs to line up like so, to where this does not restrict that little check ball, because if that check ball gets stuck, you're not going to get accurate secondaries. Alright, the cool part. Okay, there's that. And then if we do... Okay, boom. Out of the way of the little check ball here. I rest that on top. Gingerly. And then we got to put 2 screws in and then figure out where the other one wants to go. Because I think that's how that's supposed to go. Just like that. And if that's a choke cable mount, we're in the money, dude. That's exactly what that is. It's got to be. It simply must be. Okay. A magnetic tray would have been good. Alright. Listen to this shit. Listen to this. Oh, clink, tink. Boom. We're good. Boom. And then we slide this in. Press her down. Press her down. Oh, I might need the longer screws. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, that was way better. Purple spring. Okay, and if I flip through all this stuff, it'll tell us what the hell that thing on the side is. Choke cable bracket. You kidding me? That's sick. Anyways, sorry. Hyped. That's exactly what I thought it was. Suck it easy. Suck it easy. Okay, and that's it for that. So that's what? Huh? What? 18 inch-pounds. Uh-oh. Install the washer, screw, and nut onto the choke cable. Okay, cool. So that's all that. And a bag of chips. I need to figure out where that gasket goes. Almost forgot. There's a little rubber gasket here that we press this into here. And just like that, we are made in the shade. I wish that was a little tighter fit. They give you a bunch of extra washers too, so that's nice. Okay. I hope that these screws are long enough. I don't know what weird stuff I'm ingesting. We're putting these screws in my mouth, but whatever. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having fun right now. Sometimes wrenching is not really fun. But as of this exact moment, I'm having a good time. So wish me luck, because I just jinxed myself. Okay, washers collapsed, that's all that matters. And 18 inch-pounds is not much. You hear that boy? Boy. Okay, I think it's a good way to test. Press this in. You can hear it hissing. Full hold. And then it comes right back out. Schwa! Because that's the vacuum port. Stuff and things. Science. What do you think? They give you a little cork gasket here, which is pretty f***ing slick. It is sticky, so I need to be careful not to ruin the shtick of it all. And dialed. Cork. Cork's hella weird. You ever think about that? You see cork walls sometimes in mid-century modern homes in the 50s and 60s. Not so much in the 70s, but here and there. It's really interesting to me. It's like a sound dampener. It doesn't really have much of a thermal barrier. I don't know. Weird. Look at how cool that looks. I think that looks cool. And now we don't have to use that silly bracket that wasn't going to work anyways. Aha. Okay. Now, I'm going to put this back on. Oh, actually, no. While I have this out, I think it's going to be easier for me to do this. The choke cable assembly. Put that in there. Trying to show you guys as a mother. Okay. Ooh, that barely is. That's barely. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, I'm stoked. Alright. I gotta be careful not to get too excited because that's when I fail. Too real? Sorry. Alright. I'm gonna change the camera angle. Squangle. There goes that on there. Oh. Broke it. Well, apparently that one wasn't good anymore. Okay. I love these. I'm always buying random crap like this. I had a replacement for that. Boom. Boom. And boom. And now, okay. Now we know what we're doing. Got to make sure that that arm is in the slot. Look at me kind of understanding how carburetors go together. Still a mediocre mechanic, but with some short windows of understanding. Alright. Hell yeah. Look at that. Totally dialed. Action's a little tight up top, but that's just when it's fully closed and I'm pulling past. It's a little stiff, but it should be fine. As long as that choke cable's tough, which it should be, we should be good. Okay. Rock and roll. Look how good that looks. Okay. I told you the other part number, so I figured I'd tell you these two. Secondary diaphragm quick change kit. 4271354. Sorry, I lied. That's just the secondary diaphragm. The rod with the thing, the gasket, that's what that is. And it looked good. Okay. Quick change kit part number 4252059. I think in total I spent like, I don't know, 80 bucks I think? 100 bucks? 125 bucks? 300 bucks? 500 bucks? 1,000 bucks? Hey, we got a 35. Nope. Okay. Choke cable. Let's route it. See where we're gonna put it. Science. Okay, you want to find the hole before you try and poke it through there. Such is true pretty much across the board. I don't know if that will reach, but I also don't want to go all the way around. How rigid is this going to be? Alright, I'm going to try and go through. I'm not going to punch a new hole. Okay, way up there. Okay, I see where I'm going. There's a hole right here. You can't see it. You can't, okay? It's directly behind the transmission dipstick tube and the distributor kind of on the passenger side, just barely. That's gonna be a bitch to get to, but here we go. I guess I gotta make the bracket first. Oh. Well, how in the f am I supposed to do that? Alright, maybe we'll make that bracket first. Yeah, alright. I'm picturing it right about here. So I'm gonna go chop some metal and see what we can do. Let's do it. Okay, I just gotta find some metal to cut up in this sea of garbage. Except for this 4-wagon, the Fiat, the Corvette, and any of the good stuff. Metal, metal brackets, brackets for metal brackets for support, for choke. Where's my scrap metal? Here we go. Okay, I know I had scrap metal around here somewhere. But where would it have gone? Scrap metal. Oh, there it is. Found it. Okay. Found it. We're good. Everything's fine. I'm going to take this outside. I'm going to cut it with a jigsaw. Actually, I should punch holes first. And then I'll cut it with a jigsaw. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah, cool. Also, shout out Dave. Thanks for the stainless, brother. Okay, I got a pen somewhere that can write on dusty, gross shit show. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I got my pen that'll write on anything. I want to set up my workstation here. Oh wait, it's already done. Trucks are the best. Love trucks. Okay. I know I'm backlit and I'm sorry. I have a 3/4 inch PEX Shark Bite connector release clip. If you don't know plumbing, you have no clue what this is, but for all intensive purposes, it's a plastic clip that has a nice radius that I like. Okay. Square. That looks good. I like it. I'm gonna go 1.5 inches to the beginning of the radius. I think I don't really have a real measurement here. I think I like that, whatever that is. I hope that's gonna be tough enough. We'll figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna go get my other stuff, drill bits, blah, blah, blah. Also, for any of you that don't understand how to size stuff up, that right there. So if you put the drill bit on the front and when it's lined up, you can still kind of see, you can almost see it. You put it in the back. That's a little tight. Now, because nobody's perfect, there's going to be a little bit of a wobble, so it'll open up a little, but I'm going to go one size bigger to make my life easier. I still want it to be in there good though. I'm going to check the bottom hole where the bolt's going to be, actually mount this thing. Bear in mind, I'm just giving this a shot. I am not a fabricator, in case you haven't noticed. Shit, I ain't even an engine builder, really. I'm a mediocre mechanic, and that's that. But I love cars. I'm going to figure out how to make them work because I want to. I own weird old shit that I would like to drive because it brings me joy. I think. Sometimes it's a little stressful. Okay, test fit for the lower. Okay. Yeah, I could have gone a little tighter on that. So, that's fine though. Okay. And that one's fine down there. I'm going to find a nut and a bolt to make this work, but I got to get my jigsaw. Okay. This is going to be shaky. This is not ideal. In all seriousness, wear safety protection because imagine not having an eyeball. Just real quick. That would suck, I think. Not to be ableist or whatever that would be, but I don't think I would enjoy that. I don't think I would do well. I'm a terrible mechanic as is. That being said, I'm gonna be pretty far away, and I think these will be okay. Sure. I'm gonna try and polish this turd a little bit, and then I'm gonna beat it with a hammer in a vise, And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. By the way, I don't think this is stainless. I think this is aluminum. That cut pretty easy. I don't know. Whatever. And we know why. Because it's not me doing it. Alright. I guess we just need to make sure this thing is going to start and do the thing, because I might need to use it for work. Okay, let's see if this show table actually, feels normal.
What are you missing in the front end here? Is it it's the fender tubs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely had a partial vacuum leak in the secondaries, I think.
Yeah.
But the look at this throttle cable situation here.
Idle sounds a little bit low.
On the manifold? Yeah. So the moral of the story is if I knew how to adjust valves, I would have built two pretty clean engines.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It runs slick.
It does. I mean, shit. Well, yeah, found the thing.
So there's a little too much play in that guy.
That one's not bad.
This one,
that one's way loose.
That's way too loose.
I forgot I put pretty good rocker arms on this thing.
That one seems about right. That one might be a little tight. That one feels good. That one feels too tight.
Well, I mean, they're gonna feel.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Depending on spring pressure, but yeah.
Well, I mean, depending on where the
This
cam's
is-
sitting.
This
That
is
one
just
definitely needs to
way
tighten
too
though.
loose. That's that rattle sound you can hear. God damn it. 5/8. Not 5/8.
I think it's 11.
It's 11.
Okay.
No, it's not there. Yeah.
I would just try and hot lash it, but one, it's gonna throw oil absolutely f***ing everywhere.
Well, I would like to try and do it just by feeler gauge.
It's hydraulic.
Oh, I guess that's true.
So, like, the only reason that it would have
Was that one? Was that the loose one?
Wasn't that the one you were shaking?
I think so. Yeah.
It feels loose. I like that.
Maybe that one too.
So for hydraulics, people will hot lash, and I'm really curious, but I also don't want to throw f***ing oil everywhere. Because when you hot lash, when you hot lash, you fire it up, you back it off until it clickety clacks, and then you snug it up until the sound stops.
I mean, is it gonna throw oil everywhere?
I mean, it's gonna come out and, well, let me see the bottom of the valve cover.
Nothing.
Nice wheels, Mark.
22. Ah!
Ew, God, Jesus. I get it. I probably would do the exact same thing. All right. So, do we want to be over here for I can't wait till one of us, well, till I get 24s. And then we can listen to the Midnight Club Dub Edition soundtrack.
You don't think I'm gonna get 24s?
Not before me.
I got 20s and 22s before you.
Yeah, I know, Mark, but that's the rookie numbers, kid. I'm 24s, 26s, 28s, 30s. I want to tuck 30s behind this thing eventually.
You do it, son.
I plan on it.
So
The Cutlass is probably going to be
really
6s.
Like my 22s, and if I ever
That's
get
good, dude. You just said, listen,
if I get a
you
lightning,
just said,
if I get a lightning, like I want to.
you just said that
definitely.
22s come stock on a lot of vehicles now,
That's why the tires are cheaper.
which is nice.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
26s on a lightning tucked with airbags would be dope.
Yeah, like
Ooh.
what year
Ooh.
Lightning though? Like the body style that you
Ooh.
just got rid of?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it to come out that way. That's not what I meant.
It
It's
wasn't
for the
even a
shop.
lightning, all right?
It's for the shop though.
It's for the shop.
Anyways, let's start this thing and see.
If we can figure out how to make things run better.
It already runs pretty f***ing good.
it
I don't
runs.
like how noisy it is.
Ah, it's a clickety clack.
Yeah.
We might have fixed it already.
Yeah, we very well could have.
I'll scream at you.
4.
If it decides it's gonna spew stuff way louder or
right,
more, way more.
All right, firing.
All right. Just piercing out of one.
Well, that was quieter.
Yeah. Be quieter. It's definitely spewing oil now.
Yeah, that's the reason I didn't want to hot lash anything. Some people apparently will jack up the back end and do stuff, but that's gonna reek like oil.
The appropriate thing here is that it now is quieter.
Yes, 100%, and that's going to ease my brain so much.
Yeah, I think it's worth losing.
I'm gonna get. You know what, dude?
Half a cup of oil.
What?
I think it's worth losing a half a cup of oil for that.
Yeah, but some people hot lash engines and do all the valves that way. just running down the headers. So what I've heard though is that people will take a sacrificial set. Usually they look kind of like these, and cut the center section out
Oh, yeah, that's a good
and
idea.
just hot lash everything that way.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
We did not do that.
No, we did not. I'm willing to bet the Cutlass. I just over tightened all the valves.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, do you want
It still makes a bunch of exhaust noises, but
to put this back on for good?
I'm happy with it.
Okay.
Sounded quieter. I mean, we'll put the valve cover back on and then fire it up, and if it's any quieter, I'm happy. Which we already know it's a little quieter.
I mean, you would have been here, would have been able to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I don't like is that this thing keeps popping out.
I have a bad track record with that kind of thing. Yeah, dude.
It would be great
What?
if you got some headers for this thing.
That's a good idea, Mark. I'll get some headers for the thing.
I'm glad I thought of it.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly.
You're just chock full of the best ideas, ain't you?
Yeah, man, that's what I got. Best ideas. You can use a screwdriver or a wrench or like a thing to listen to stuff, and then you can put some headers on it.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe you should try that.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Maybe Santa will get you some.
Actually, yeah, you want to do some f***ing exhaust work. The exhaust on this truck is f***ed off.
Hold it.
It is.
What are you, a charity case?
Should we kick it out the side and do leg pipes? With fishtails? Think about that, dude. Fishtails?
I'm down.
Okay, you know what? That might be my best worst idea ever. Fishtails are sick, and this truck could actually...
Yeah, they're great on old Harley Davidson. It is.
So let us know in the comments if I should put fishtails on the truck. We could do the... I could start the fuel pickup. Or the sending unit. That's cool. This is cool in theory and in spirit. Okay, old one's out. Mark checked it.
Got the new one ready to go in
Tested.
with new rubbers.
All right. And with that, I install the new one. Okay, that was uncomfortable. Let's see when it gets power. Did I unhook the battery?
Let me check.
No. Well, unless that's the fuel level, which I don't think it is. I don't think that worked.
Well, it did repair a problem, which means now there's a problem with the wire.
That. We're further than we were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My guess is that it probably came off the back of the gauge.
Well, but it's like a plug cluster. It's like a whole plug with an assembly of wires. Anyways, okay. Boom. Whatever. I'll fix that later. I'm not really worried about that. I think this vacuum gauge is kind of funny. I think I'll get a new O2 sensor gauge.
Okay.
And try and install it in that little pod there.
Yeah.
For down the road when we do dumber with this engine.
Yeah, I think we need to do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we got to put an O2 sensor in the new headers. But look at this little choke install. Happy with that. Actually, that looks kind of cool.
It honestly looks kind of factory. I like it. It looks pretty dope.
It's pretty slick. I'll be working for Kindig. That's okay, cool. Well, whatever. It's got the new fuel sender in it. So that's a gauge cluster problem.
The good thing is, for like $20 on Brothers, you can buy the whole new circuit board, and I have one sitting at home.
Really? I have a spare dash gauge cluster in the garage right now.
I bought the stuff to redo all of the entire cluster in the 67. And it's like $20 or $22. You can buy the whole pre-printed circuit board, and you just unclip it and put the new one in. It repairs all of that stuff.
Have they done one where the center is a tack yet?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get all sorts of different ones.
All right. Well,
yeah,
whatever.
Brothers Trucks has it. It's super cheap. I'll send you a link.
Thank you. All right. So, choke cable, secondary thing adjusted, fuel tank out, which that was a fuel tank. It did smell.
It did smell.
So, I guess we should just take it for a jaunt.
Yeah, let's take it, see if it actually does the thing.
Yeah, now that I put 2 quarts of tranny fluid in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. Engine overfilled. Tranny underfilled.
And you know what? It's for science. Or something.
Bill Nye.
Hey, I f***ing love Bill Nye. You watch your mouth, dude.
Science!
I really don't like these size of these tires. Whatever. You looking for a contact?
Uper lights?
What? Okay.
You wouldn't know what that is.
Yeah, you couldn't tell by my reaction? What? we're gonna close this thing up and my fucking ankle on a pine cone. That's what I get. My ankles are made of rubber. We're gonna close this thing up and take it for a trip up and down the road. Yeah, I think after it warms up, it'll end up, the idle might end up a little high, but...
Sounds good right now.
Yeah. I should probably check the transmission fluid, but I put 2 quarts in it, and it did drive. It just didn't reverse.
I'll check it there. Check it out.
Yeah.
Do you want to put that in neutral and just push it forward?
No. We gotta make this quick because we only have so much time to record. No. Is that your phone? Oh, you stupid bitch. Dude, I thought
What happened?
I thought there were mystery speakers in the truck and I had a radio. You absolute bitch, dude. That was one of the most exciting and most heartbreaking moments of my fucking life. All right.
Wow.
Damn, dude.
The far side. Wiper still work?
She's a little dirty. All right. Let's see here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Marvelous, darling.
Oh, we're cruising. We're so cruising, dude. I just wish I liked these wheels and tires. I don't mind the wheels. Oh, I gotta flip those. Yeah, the wheels are good.
Yeah, no. So far, so good. We're driving.
Hell yeah.
I like it.
Who knows? Maybe the fuel gauge will break loose.
Honestly, it's probably the printed circuit board in the back.
Oh, did you rehook up the coolant temp?
Yeah, I did.
I feel good, man. Watch me just try and take the window down and the whole thing just what? That was weird. Alright, I feel good. I feel pretty good. It actually doesn't smell as much like fuel in here as it did before. I think that O-ring on the original sender was pretty gross.
Yeah, I'm sure it was dried out and cracked. And...
Yeah.
No, it doesn't really smell like fuel at all back here.
No, and that was kind of one of the big things for me prior was like if I drove this thing for an extended period of time, I really felt like taking a nap and I smelled like shit.
Yeah.
So
it's actually exactly why I quit driving the Datsun.
The brakes have softened.
Yeah.
They've definitely softened over time.
We're gonna have to bleed the brakes on the RS too because those things are toast.
Perfect. Well, I'll drive the truck over and then we'll just bleed everything. I definitely want to put the fender tubs in.
Yeah. So this stuff's not whacking against the firewall as you drive down the driveway.
Especially because these are a little gnarlier tires, which, you know, man, in a perfect world, I'd already be riding on at least 22s, 24s, whatever.
In a perfect world.
Or like 18s with a tall sidewall, tall-ish sidewall. I don't know, something a little more muscly looking, but it is a truck, and.
Oh my God, hold on. Look, everyone. Free cat tree.
Hey.
Free cat tree. Okay.
Do you see it? The sign said don't need it anymore. As if anyone would be like, okay, but why are they getting rid of it?
Yeah, well, what happened to the cat? That's what I want to know. Is the cat okay?
Is cat tree haunted? They're just like, don't need it. You know, maybe it is haunted. That's why they put that shit on there.
Where's Fluffy at? Is he okay?
Fluffy was snuffed.
Did he get hit by a car or killed by a raccoon or maybe mauled by a vicious man-eating teddy bear?
Driven this truck hardly at all. And I haven't driven it with the new carb on it. Okay, well.
Oh yeah, we're golden.
Okay.
Interesting. Do we want to go down this big hill?
That's kind of where I'm at.
Dude, if you do a burnout, it runs mid.
Whoa. I mean, I got into it.
Yeah.
That felt
Pretty good.
whoa.
I feel like you had some gusto there, friend.
Smell the oil on the dude. Okay.
Oh, it's probably burning the stuff off the header.
Maybe the accelerator pump is shot.
Could be.
Yeah, the accelerator pump is shot. So then we just got to give it the chooch, I guess.
Yeah, full chooch.
I was trying to kind of pump it.
I like it. Got some character. There's like rubbing going on.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can smell the rubber. Wonder what that could be. All right, well, you know what? I'm still counting this as part of a win.
Oh, it's definitely a win. It's running and driving. That's a win. Front right shock is blown too.
You don't say. I haven't touched the suspension on this at all.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, that sounds really bad.
I do happen to know a certain couple of people who we may or may not be sponsored by who also have a account with Rough Country and might be able to hook us up with a deal on some Rough Country shocks.
That would be.
I think we know people who might know people from Rough Country.
Sounds good to me. What am I gonna do with the carburetor on this deal? Because that's weird. The accelerator pump. Yeah, see, when I lean into it just past a certain throttle percentage. First is short.
It's working, dude.
How stupid is this thing?
It's hilarious because it's 37 feet long.
So stupid. Brakes don't feel bad. Let's figure out what's rubbing. Valve covers were resting on, these were kind of resting on the valve cover a little, but nothing crazy.
That's definitely burning the oil off because we did hot lash it and dumped oil all over the manifold.
True.
So that's part of the problem. Which could be part of the burning smell.
So it totally drops dead at part throttle.
Let's see here. Do we have any rubbing going on? No.
Yeah, no rubbing there.
It was only when you punched it, I felt like maybe it was getting axle wrap or something that was doing something weird.
Well, it smells kind of hot. It kind of just smells like brakes, though.
Yeah, I mean, it could also be your brakes.
It definitely smelled like rubber, though.
It did. I wonder if it's a e-brake drag-in or something.
Well,
actually,
I know there's e-brake resting against the exhaust right there on both sides.
Is your backing plate bent?
Dude, did it piss all the fluid out of the back? Huh? Maybe. All right, long story short, what is it?
All right, so there was a vacuum cap missing on the
Primary metering block.
Yeah, the primary metering block, and then the primary butterfly shaft is leaking fuel, which means it's also probably pulling air. So I think we're probably got a vacuum leak at the base of the carburetor, and that's causing part of the problem. When we put a vacuum cap on it, the cap was cracked, but it did help the engine run a little bit better. It doesn't have as much stumble as it did before. So now we're going to try and we're going to use a little bit of starter fluid. We're going to spray it directly on that metering shaft or the actual butterfly valve here to see if it'll rev up and see if we have a vacuum leak at the base of the carburetor. And at least we've kind of diagnosed a problem. I mean, that's an issue.
Yeah.
So I'm smitten.
I'm glad. Yeah, well, you don't have to buy a $500 carburetor.
Well,
I mean, I don't either, but I'm going to.
I would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it for you. I'd buy you a carburetor.
No, you.
I'd buy you heads. I'd buy you a carburetor.
I know, at least I'd use the carburetor soon. I gotta rebuild I gotta build those fucking engines. Anyways, yeah, so onward and upward. We keep it's funny, if you keep looking, you find shit.
But you know what's great? We're getting closer to the end goal here, which is driving this thing, which is,
I could drive it now.
I think you can drive it now.
Yeah.
I'll bet it'd be even better now with that silicone vacuum cap rather than that leaky rubber one.
Yeah.
But this is great. We're making progress. We're finding the right direction here, and the truck is running and driving, and it hasn't done that in a while. Mm-hmm. So these are all good things.
Yes, they are. So I buy a carburetor now, I guess, and then go from there. It feels good though. The truck feels really happy.
It does. It feels good.
Yeah.
I think.
Like, it feels like with the right carb on it, it would like be kind of almost fun on an on-ramp.
Yeah.
Or like it would actually do donuts.
100%.
Yeah. It's still, even with that gnarly bog, it feels happier than it's ever felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, these are all really good things. So.
Yeah. Anyways, new outro. Thanks for watching. If you like watching people wrench on all sorts of crazy shit, stick around. We got Scout content. We got 69 GMC. We got a bunch of different Corvettes. We got
a couple of 67s at my house.
We got
F100 we got to put together. We got a
Subaru
C10 we got to put together.
We got a Tune that makes 300 wheel horse. It'll probably make more now.
Well, it was at 330 before, and I'm hoping to sit around 350.
Right. I thought the Legacy was 330.
No, the Legacy was 420.
Right. Dear Lord.
It was knock limited at 420. And
that's so stupid.
And part of the reason why we only left the RS at 330 was because when we tuned it last time, it had a 5-speed WRX trans.
Right. Yeah.
So now it's got the 444 S204 Subaru trans.
Oh my God! So the RS could be faster.
It will be faster.
Oh, all right. Well,
it's brutal.
If you want to see me nervous, keep watching.
Yeah.
But yeah,
for that video.
Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider. We just crested 2,000 subscribers, and that feels pretty cool.
Super cool.
And you don't want to be late to the party. You know what I mean? We got all sorts of dumb shit planned. Hey, don't piss it off, dude. Patience. Yeah.
Come around here, he's going to catch these hands. That's all he needs to know.
Yeah. They're buy one, get one half off. I would get one free.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Right on.
I'm going to go sell pictures of my feet on the internet to pay for car parts.
You got some hooves, dude.
I know, dude. And after the surgeries, they look terrible.
You cloven hoof behemoth.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Get out of here. Go work on something.
Also, these parts are smoking. Steaming off. Everything's lighting off here. Washington. #Washington.